Alright everybody, welcome back to a new challenge of the page Adventjs. In this case, we are facing a hard level challenge, and I think this is the first one in that level or the second one, I don't remember. But this challenge is the number 18 and is named as Santa's Magic Agenda. So these are the instructions, so let's read through them. So Santa Claus has a magic diary where he keeps the addresses of the children to deliver the presents. The problem, the diary's information is mixed and misformatted. The lines contain a magic phone number, a child's name, and their address, but everything is surrounded by strange characters. Santa needs your help to find specific information from the diary. Write a function that, given the diary's content and a phone number, returns the child's name and address. Keep in mind that in the diary, phone's numbers are formatted as it appears in the screen, where X is 1 or 2 digits and Y is a digit. Each child's name is always between less and greater than symbols. The idea is for you to write a function that, given the full phone number or part of it, returns the child's name and address. If it doesn't find anything or there is more than one result, you must return null. Okay, so this is gonna be tricky because we need to do several things. First of all, we need to find, to use the second parameter of the find in agenda function to try to get which line contain the information we need to parse, let's say, to clean. So before making this video, I was taking a look at several articles on the internet to understand better how the regex expressions works, I think. So I came across this article that explains or make it better to understand. So I was particularly taking a look at these patterns over here that I think will help us to find what we need. So first of all, we need to be able to find the line of the diary's content, which will help us to then get the address and the child's name. So for that, I am assuming that the agenda will be a multi-line string, so I'm gonna convert that agenda into an array of child information array, and it will be equal to agenda that I think it will be a split, if I am not mistaken, and this will potentially be something like this. Let me try to illustrate that. Something like this. Then we will have this, then this. Okay, so let me comment this better so we don't have any issue in our code. So this is gonna be our potential result, if I am not mistaken. So let me test that. So I'm gonna paste this and let me use that symbol. I don't remember how can I write it. Well, let me copy and paste this. Okay, let me use this this code over here and then split, but with a line break. Awesome. So this is our expected, this is basically the output. Now from that we need to find any coincident, let's say, or any matches that meets the second parameter of our function. So for that we are gonna use the child information array, and then we will filter that array by, I don't know, info, and info that contains or includes, I mean, the phone number. So let's see what we get. Well, actually we cannot see that, so let me repeat that to see what we are getting. But in this case we want to filter that info that includes, for example, this parameter, this information. Okay, so that is working correctly. So let's imagine, I don't know, in the last example we have, it says that the explanation is too many results, so that's why it returned null. So let's see if we actually get too many results. For example, let's give it okay, so it basically returns all the whole agenda. So that is working correctly. Well, depending of what phone number we are passing, we will have this array filtered. Okay, now we need to get rid of the phone number. Okay, so to do that, I think we need to do a map, and for that info we need to remove the phone number. So for info we are gonna replace, yeah, and let's imagine that I have the regular expression over here, so let's call it as phone number regex, and it will be equal to, I don't know, something random, just to I don't know how to create something random, to be honest. Let's imagine is this and then we need to replace that with an empty string, so we actually replace the whole phone number. So I'm gonna use this code, this string, and I'm gonna use the page regex 101 in order to practice the regular expressions. So as I mentioned to you, I was reading several articles, and one of them is this one. So for these patterns over here, I'm gonna use, I think, this, that means that if X is followed by Y, then match it. So, well, actually not. Let me first try to build a regular expression that match all the phone numbers, so I can replace that here and then replace it by an empty string. So let's do that. So I think we can use something like this. No, it should be into brackets, and then the second parameter should be any digit, but we need to match it from 0 to 2 times. Okay, that is working. You can see we are getting plus 34, plus 34, and plus 1. So that is looking great. Then we need to match a hyphen which is something like this. I think we don't need the brackets, okay? And then any digit again, but in this case from 0 to 3, I think. I don't know if there is another phone number that has more digits in that part of the number. I don't know. So we need to copy this and put it here again, and then we need to do the same thing. So now that we have this regular expression, let's replace that here, and hopefully, let's imagine, I don't know, we pass it this phone number and it returns Maria Gomez, which is the second element. So it will return an array of, for example, this, but obviously without this piece here of the string, without this piece of the string. Now we have the Maria Gomez, which is the number of the child, and then the rest is basically the address. So we are gonna build a regular expression to find the child name regex, the child name, I mean. So I'm gonna copy this just to give it a value, and then let's build our next regular expression. So for that, now I will use this pattern over here, which tell us or help us to find any content which is followed by y. So let's replace all the values. So y will be I think it will be less than, and here we will match anything, which is, I think it should be like this. Okay, but actually I don't want to include the, okay, I don't want to include the less than symbol. So let's see later how can I get rid of that. Now I will need to use, I think, the tier 1 that says x if after y. So we are gonna match, actually this is the one I need, I think. Let me replace that here, and x will be that dot, and we need to match any character as many times as possible, and then the y will be the less than symbol, and then this gonna be the greater than symbol. Awesome. So that is working. Now as you can see here, we have 3 matches from this string. So this well, I need to use the ECMAScript one to make sure it is working for JavaScript, and let me copy and paste this over here, and as you can see it is not working because I was not using the ECMAScript version. So let's see how can I fix it. Maybe like this and like this. Well, that is not working. Maybe I need to put that into brackets. Let me think. Let me see. Okay, let me do it again. So after the first 2 numbers, we need a hyphen, right? Let me see. Okay, that is working. Now we need any digit matched anytime. I think it is better to use the asterisk, because that way we don't need to specify any range. And then we need to add this Let me see. Awesome. And then an asterisk. And then this over here again. And that is working, I think. So now this should work better. Awesome. Now, for the child name regex, first of all, let's create a condition. So it says over here, if there is more than one result, we need to return null. So if, for example, the child information array is that length is equal to 0, it means that is empty. Or if the child information array that length is greater than 1, if it's so, we need to return null. Okay. Otherwise, we need to. Okay. Let's create a constant which is child info. It will be the first element of this array, and this array will be parsed child info array. So from the parsed child info array, we are gonna pick the first element, and from the first element we are gonna create the name of the child, which is this one, that will be equal to I think the first element of the child info that match child name regex, because as you may know, this gonna return, if I am not mistaken, an array, the match method. So let's check that. Let's double check that. So if we have, for example, I don't know, this string, and then we use this regular expression, for example, match, okay, we will have an array with the name of the child name. So that's why I am using the first elements. I just want to make sure that this won't break, and I'm gonna assign an empty array as a default, and the same thing above. And then we need to get the address. So the address will be, I think it will be the child name, and then we need to replace the child name. Yeah, because if I replace the child name, it will leave the less and greater than symbol. So let's see what happened. Let's see in the console log. In the console, for example, we can have this over here. Okay, let's use the string symbols, and then replace child name, which is this one, by an empty string. Okay, we will have the less and greater than symbol. So we need to include that, but I am not sure how to do it. So let me copy this. Okay, first of all, let's do it manually. So let's use this code over here, and then I'm gonna replace the symbol manually by an empty string, and the same thing with the greater than symbol. So it will work. Now we need to trim that string in order to remove all the spaces on both ends of the string. So this is gonna be our code to get the address. But without this piece, because it's already there. And then basically what we need to do is return the name. Well, let's call child child data, and it will be equal to name and address. Okay, so let's return the child data. So let's see if that is working. Okay. Okay, it should returns always an object. Why? So for example, it returns null. I don't understand the first test. So, okay. Why that is not working? Well, let's try to use the console to understand what's going on, and let's use, for example, this code over here. Well, I cannot copy that for some reason. Let me use well, that's weird. Let me try to put a console over here. Cons log parse child info array. So num test returns an object. That's weird. Why that is happening? Child data. So if the child array is okay, I think I need to use the parse child info array. So let's see now. Okay, the first one at least is working and the second one is not working. So we are okay. This is better. Okay, awesome. So let's see. For the first one, we needed to replace that. So basically, okay, so I forget to pass the empty string over here. So let's see now. Awesome, that is working. Perfect. So I have no idea how to, well, actually I could try, but I don't want to make this video longer than it already is. So yeah, it should be a better way to address this challenge, so we can get more operations per second and a lower cognitive complexity. But yeah, it will take me too much time to do it. So I wanna leave the video until here, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching and take care. Peace.